The American College of Medical Informatics of the American Medical Informatics Association presents the 2002 Morris F. Collen Award to Marion Ball. The Morris Collen Award is given each year when appropriate to pioneers in the field of medical informatics who best exemplify the teaching and practice of Morris Collen. This year's recipient, Dr. Marion Ball, has devoted her career to building bridges, trying to bridge the gaps that divide countries and regions, professions and disciplines, colleagues and co-workers, public and private entities. Maury Collen.
I am delighted and very proud today to have the privilege of participating in this award ceremony for my dear friend and professional associate, Dr. Marion Ball. I first met Marion in the 1980s when she already showed her remarkable talent for organizational leadership and for building bridges between national and international organizations. By this award today, we appropriately honor Dr. Marion Ball for her many outstanding contributions to medical informatics.
Marion Yokel was born in Johannesburg, South Africa in 1940, where her parents had settled in 1933 after leaving Nazi Germany. Her father, Dr. Ernst Yokel, was an international leader in sports medicine, and her mother was a sports teacher and corrective therapist. Both of her parents were on the 1928 German Olympic team, and her mother was a gold medalist in track and field. In 1951, when the oppressive apartheid policy was proclaimed in South Africa, the family quickly left and returned to Germany. In 1952, they emigrated to the United States. In 1953, at the urging of famed University of Kentucky basketball coach Adolph Rupp, Dr. Yokel joined the medical faculty at the university in Lexington to develop a sports medicine program. Both Marion and her younger brother Peter graduated from high school in Lexington. Marion, who had attended 8 schools on 3 continents, completed 1 year at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, before returning to the University of Kentucky, where she earned a bachelor's degree in math and education in 1960. In 1959, at the age of 18, she married Dr. John Ball, who is today Professor Emeritus of Criminology and Drug Abuse at the University of Maryland. And by 1963, they were the parents of a son, Charles, and a daughter, Elizabeth. In 1965, Dr. Ball earned her master's degree in mathematics and went to work as a programmer and instructor at the University of Kentucky, where she helped install an early computerized clinical lab system. From there, she went to Temple University in Philadelphia, beginning in 1968 as assistant director for medical computing activity. In 1972, she was named Director of Medical Computing, a position she held until 1985. While she was director, she went on to earn her doctorate in education. It was during her time at Temple that Marion initiated the activities that became the linchpin of her professional career. While there, she began to publish, beginning with How to Select a Computer System for Clinical Laboratories in 1971, which was followed by What is a Computer?, a children's book in 1972, and then How to Select a Computerized Hospital Information System in 1973. Each book focused on how computers worked and what they could do. She has since published 24 more titles along with hundreds of journal articles. While at Temple, Marion began her interdisciplinary activities, developing courses on medical computing with the help of colleagues in medical records administration and nursing. In 1974, she became a member of the National Library of Medicine's Biomedical Library Research Committee, the BLRC. Over her 4-year term, she made friends for life, including Nancy Lorenzi, Lois DeBakey, Phil Manning, and Don Lindbergh.
I'm really delighted that the American College of Medical Informatics has selected Marion Ball for the Collen Award this year. Marion, I think, has been known to many of us for quite a long while. I must confess I still think of her as about 35 years old, but I suppose the years have slipped by and she may not be anymore. And when I was still at the University of Missouri, I was on the study section, and ditto Marion Ball and Lois DeBakey, and we had a common friend in Mrs. Howard. So the four occasionally dined together and had a very good time. I think Marion's contribution to AMIA and to FACMI is very well known. She has always stood up for the association. She was president of one of those associations that at the time formed AMIA, and I think has been a good guide to the entire group as it tries to promulgate the technology of informatics, tries to get the public understanding of it, and in fact even tries to get some political support for the advances that will bring better health care.
In 1974, Dr. Ball went to Stockholm for a meeting of Technical Committee 4 of the International Federation for Information Processing. And that group went on to become the driving force behind the creation of the International Medical Informatics Association, EMIA. In 1978, she was named Program Chair for EMIA's first working conference on hospital information systems held in Cape Town, South Africa. In her summary address at the conference, she articulated the themes that have shaped the career: that technology is only an enabler, success depends on attention to human factors, and collaboration across boundaries.
As we move towards the 21st century, more and more emphasis will be placed on the combination of high-tech and high-touch, or the diffusion of computing into health care. This combination is often referred to as health informatics.
For Marion, building bridges across boundaries is more than theory. It's how she has conducted her professional life. In order to move theory into practice, Dr. Ball left Temple in 1985 for the University of Maryland, one of the first 4 institutions to receive funding from the National Library of Medicine under its Integrated Information Management Systems Initiative, or IAMS. She joined the faculty and administration of the university's professional school campus and spent the next 12 years working to make the IAMS concept a reality. During her tenure there, during which she became Vice President and Chief Information Officer, she brought the Health Systems Library and Information Services together into a single integrated organizational unit. In recognition of her work, the Medical Library Association made her an honorary member in 1996. While at Maryland, she continued her activities on behalf of EMIA. During her term as president from 1992 through 1995, the association intensified its own bridge building, giving new life to working groups, including one on human factors, and a new regional association, the Asia Pacific Association for Medical Informatics, known as FACMI. Professor K.C. Lun.
Marion, I want to join the many friends from around the world in congratulating you for being recognized for the Maurice Collen Lifetime Achievement Award. You are indeed the most deserving recipient, and especially for the excellent work that you have done in fostering an international community in health informatics during the tenure of your EMIA presidency. Now, among the many international achievements, the one that I remember best is the establishment of FACMI, the Asia Pacific Association for Medical Informatics Regional Group, which you initiated in 1994. Health informatics in the Asia Pacific is flourishing today largely because of your tireless efforts in building bridges to connect these communities. And so on behalf of the many countries and individuals whose lives have been touched by your leadership in health informatics, thank you and warmest congratulations from all of us.
Another insight on the influence of Marion Ball comes from Patricia Brennan.
Marion Ball has been a friend, a mentor, a leader, a confidant, a colleague for over 22 years of my life. We first met at the SCAMC meetings in Washington in 1980. A very special memory I have of Marion Ball. It occurred during her time as president of EMIA. As president of the International Medical Informatics Association, Marion did many things to bring both rigor and humanity to the association. During the meeting of IMIA in Vancouver, Marion hosted a luncheon for the women of IMIA. She brought together 70 women from all over the world, each of us having something special to contribute to informatics, not all knowing each other, and used the device of this lovely luncheon with round tables and candles and beautiful food to help us talk to each other, stimulate our encouragement and excitement of each other, and help the field move. Because of Marion's encouragement, acknowledgement, and stimulation of our humanness, those of us women who work in technology not only bring deep technical and scientific skills, but also a deep humanness and openness to the affective, the emotional, and the silly sides of information technology.
Ever since her time at Temple University, Marion has pioneered nursing informatics. She was a prime mover in establishing the nursing informatics program at the University of Maryland. Today, she is an adjunct professor at the Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing, where she teaches and advises. The books, Introduction to Nursing Informatics and Nursing Informatics, Where Caring and Technology Meet, both done in partnership with Catherine Hanna, are standard texts in nursing schools across North America and around the world. Both titles appear in the Health Informatics series she and Dr. Hanna co-edit. It now includes 29 titles, not including multiple editions or translations.
The original book is now in its 4th edition and has been translated into 5 languages. 20 years after the publication of that first book, we are launching the 21st book in the Health Informatics series here at the AMIA conference. This is an enormous body of work that Marion has contributed to the professional literature of our field.
Within academia, Dr. Ball has reached out to other disciplines as well, from dentistry to medical records, laboratory technology, and a wide range of medical specialties. She has taught courses, given lectures, developed curricula, and advised every professional level from doctoral students to program directors. She has also reached out beyond academia, serving on the boards of professional groups such as Health Information Management and Systems Association, the College of Health Information Management Executives, the Microsoft Health Users Group, and as a member of the Board of Regents of the National Library of Medicine. In 1996, she was elected to the Institute of Medicine. In that same year, she made a decision to leave academia. Today, she is Vice President of HealthLink, an international consulting firm exclusively focused on the provider segment of healthcare. Ivo Nelson.
I've had a chance to work with Marion for several years now, and what a delight. I mean, she is not just internationally known expert in the healthcare industry, and not someone who is, academically acclaimed, someone who's written many books and given speeches all over the world, but genuinely probably one of the nicest people that I've ever known in my life.
Such feelings about Marion Ball are echoed by a legion of leaders in the international medical informatics community.
During my time as chairman of the Working Group on Education of the International Medical Informatics Association, IMIA, I got a lot of support by Marion Ball as board member of IMIA and as president of the International Medical Informatics Association. She contributed to 2 working conferences, edited proceedings on our last working conference in Newcastle, Australia, and she contributed a lot to the recommendation of IMIA on health and medical informatics education. The last time I met her, she told me that she just returned from South Africa, stimulating health informatics educational initiatives for nursing in that country.
Marion was the first female and also the first American president of IMIA, and she was my direct predecessor. It was during her presidency that IMIA started the idea of corporate membership. She made IMIA a very professional organization and a very sound organization. And she still is the best ambassador IMIA has.
Dr. Marion Yokel Ball is indeed a leader and a doer. Her friends and colleagues and admirers could fill auditoriums in all corners of the world. Her contributions to the field of medical informatics are incalculable. Marion Ball is truly the mother of medical informatics.